And welcome back, everybody, to the Bald Guy and the Fat Boy podcast. I'm the Bald Guy with my
I
buddy Fat Boy,
roll tide.
and we're coming back to you. I don't know about the Fat Boy, but I'm rested and recharged, and I was doing good until last weekend and tonight watching football. But we'll get to that here in just a little bit. How's everything going in your world, Fat Boy?
Some good, some bad, and some awful. But
Okay.
we'll take it a little bit at a time.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no, we just got back from vacation, so it's good to be back in here and doing this again. A little recharge time with the family.
And nothing wrong with that. Everybody should get a little recharge time. And he was out of the he was out of this state and a whole other bunch of states. So we missed a couple, but we're back now, and hope nobody our schedule kind of just dictates when we at the best we can. We do the best we can with what we got. So you just never know what's going to pop up in real life, though.
That's right. That's right. But sports are still going on, and there has been a lot of movement over the last couple weeks. So I tell you what, do you have any kind of um update as far as like positive news,
I think,
non-football related? Because we're gonna have
dude,
lots of football related stuff going
yeah,
on.
we'll leave football to the last segment or something, and I'll start off with some good positive bull riding.
Okay, that's good. That's good. What you got on bull riding?
The Austin Gamblers are your team series champions. Unleashed to be the Cabin World Series, Cabin World Series champions. They won it at a couple of weeks ago. They won it at T-Mobile Arena there in Las Vegas. Jose Vitor Leme, which is he's a Brazilian guy, but he's kind of like the Otani of bull riding. Just kind of put him in the category of somebody, and he won the MVP for that for the team series, and they won their first championship. Uh, yeah, when they first started this team thing, the first draft pick drafted was Jose Vitor Leme. That's how good he is. He was number one pick
He
at the very
lived up to the hype, huh?
at the very first draft he ever had, and it took them 3 seasons, but they finally got it to all flow together and come together as a team, and they won the championship.
And that's the team from Austin.
Also, yes, that's the team based on Texas. Of course, Texas big state, and we got a lot of bull riders in the state. So Texas has, I believe they only have 2 teams, but it's an 8 team league with but 2 teams are in Texas. One one it's kind of like the Astros and the Rangers, and so one's Austin, the other one's just the Texas Outlaws. So you just kind of got that going. But the Gamblers, for this conversation and for the championship, the Gamblers did win, and and then the new Unleash the Beast tour comes out for the single for the World Championship, which is now they've switched that. The team series finishes up in Vegas, and the single bull riding PPR starts back in January and runs January, February, March, April, and May, and then they finish up in Texas at Jerry World now.
Awesome.
So we got that. We got so bull riders start back in January. There's two series. One where the single riders, and then one with team series. So that's team series just ended, and we get they get a few months off, then they go back to work.
Which one do you prefer? Which one do you think's more entertaining or fun?
They're both good, but the team series, because it's got a lot of like draft picks and trading and different nuances to it. It's growing on me real fast. I really enjoy it. But that's not to denigrate the original the Unleashed the Beast series. It's not bad. It's just single Cowboys going for a championship as opposed to a team going for a championship.
I got you. And they just do basically like a regular draft. It's not. So I mean,
Well, every year, just like any other things, you have young people that age up. The minimum age for you to bull ride is 18.
uh huh.
You're not allowed to draft. You're not allowed to ride bulls in the PBR until you're at least 18 years old. So every year they get new crops of talent coming up through the lower rankings and through college. There are college rodeo teams. There's there are tons of college rodeo teams out there. So every year they get new fresh meat, so to speak, just like the NFL draft would, just like Major League Baseball would. Uh, for the same thing. And this is a way to plug them in without plugging them into the main series and throwing them to the wolves. It gets them a chance to get some experience under their belts and gets around a bunch of cowboys that already know what they're doing and things like that.
Okay. No, that sounds awesome. Have you been to
It,
one of these? You need to go to one of these and
I've
give us a
been to
live report.
I've been to one PBU. Oh, let me take that back. I haven't been to a team series. I went to a single event where they were going where it was just they were going for that it was Tulsa. I went to Tulsa and I saw them ride in Tulsa. So I've been to a single event, but I've never been to a team event where it's the teams. You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah, no, I hear it's pretty awesome whenever you get to go
oh,
check it out.
I loved it. It's great. It's great entertainment, and of course, it's big time dangerous. I mean, I mean, you can get hurt on the football field just like anything, but you can literally die. Everybody has a shot of dying every time they get on a bull, and that's a morbid way to look at it, but it's true.
Well, I mean, but that's with a lot of different things too.
Well, maybe so, but like getting in a car wreck in auto racing, there's just an extreme amount of um,
Danger.
danger danger involved in it.
There you go. No, I could see that, and that's what kind of makes it exciting and fun to watch.
Yeah, that's what makes them Cowboys go so good. They get on several bulls, but every now and then, just like any like car race or anything else, you're gonna have your wrecks.
And that's what there's a bunch of people that's what they love to watch is
And
the car wreck.
I like the bull riding itself, not the wrecks, but there, like you said, there are people that go just for the wrecks.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay. Well, that's good. We'll have to see how the individual season takes off this year.
Yeah, I put my glasses on. I can't see you, and maybe
Uh,
that's a good thing. But uh, I needed to put my glasses on.
okay. You got your cheaters on or what are those?
I can see. We won't go into on my prescription or nothing,
Oh, okay.
but I can see. Okay. So after that, I wanted to, of course, we need to talk about a lot of like we said. Well, we got a lot of football to talk about, but let's talk about we're 2 games in to it's a very early NBA season, and
Okay.
I'm gonna try to clean this up as best as I can. I've already got a new sports. You're the way I believe you're not supposed to hate nobody. That's the way I believe and everything. But there's already one. I've already developed some new hate for somebody that's a new event. I really didn't have no opinion really about him at all, except for he was a good basketball player. But after this last game against him, I now got a new player on one of the guys I sports hate, and his name's Kevin Durant. He belittled Luka Doncic the other night in a basketball game in a win against the Mavericks, which is fine. You can win, but show some class and don't try to show up my favorite player because you think it makes you look cool. All it does is make you look like a douchebag. Excuse my language, and it makes my favorite player just kind of the butt of your joke, and I didn't care for that. And I know you're going to have thousands of things to compliment on him. He's one of your Longhorn people. He's one of the best players in basketball. He's this and he's that. I don't care. When you go to get in my kitchen, I'm gonna call you out for being a craphead.
You say that, but you would have zero problem with the gesture he made if it had been Luca making the gesture.
Exactly. If it's my guy that does it, I don't give a dang. But it's when somebody does it to my guy, that's when I get my particular thing in a crawl. So,
You're a sports hypocrite.
if you're not a sports fan, you're not a sports hypocrite. What's good for me may not be good for that team over there. What has always bugged me about you is you may not even agree with that, but you'll argue that just so you can see my smoke coming out of my ear.
I just I don't get it. I mean, right's right and wrong's wrong. I have no problem with people talking in a competitive situation. I have no
I don't have
issue with
a
that at
problem
all.
with trash talking. It's belittling, and what he did the other night was belittling.
Which what you said? What would he do? What would he do? He gave him the little man or too small.
Yeah,
Yes.
he did this. He did this to like he was too small to cover him or to block him or to hold him or whatever. And don't be belittling my favorite player, dude.
Hey, maybe he was saying you were this close
That's
to getting
not
it.
what he
You
was
tried.
saying. He quit trying to come up with excuses for the for the fat head.
What? For what?
I want to cuss, when the more you pick at me about it, the more I want to cuss.
There's no reason to cuss about that. You said he knocked down a shot over Luca, and then he told Luca he was too small.
Basically. And but there was more to it. You got to watch. How many times I got to tell you this? You got to watch the damn game. And I know you were tied up. That's fine. You didn't see it, but if you were to see it, you would know why I was disrespectful.
I'm sorry. I did not have the second game of the basketball season recorded to where I could go back in and watch it. You're right.
Well, I understand that, um, but I'll finish this diatribe and then I'll get on to something else. There is supposed to be some what's the right term?
I don't know.
Respect among the upper echelon of players, and I think he disrespected Luca a little bit.
I think it's healthy. Well, one, we already know that the Mavericks and the Suns have issues.
You mean like they don't like each other?
Exactly like they don't like each other. Correct.
Okay, agree with that.
Okay, so there's already a little built-in tension already. So I mean that's fine. I like that in rivalries. Y'all get after it. As long as
Well,
he doesn't do it in the playoffs, I don't care.
don't get me wrong. I like all the ribbon and all the sports stuff. But there's a line, and I think Durant crossed the line.
By telling him he was too small,
You have to take the whole thing into the whole package into consideration, and you're just not. You're pulling one thing I said, I blurred about what I said, and you're hanging your head. It wasn't just it wasn't how he said it. It was the way he said it. It was his mannerisms. It was everything. It was the whole situation.
you're going a long way out of your way to not like somebody.
No, I'm going real close. I don't like it, and I didn't have that big a problem with him before, but now it used to be LeBron and everybody else. Now it's Durant, LeBron, and everybody else.
Okay, are they equal, or I mean, now he's a step.
LeBron's a little behind Durant now because LeBron's kind of the last few years has been irrelevant. But maybe with his son, he'll pep him up and he'll get back to a little more relevant.
He had a triple double in their win.
Yeah, was that against the Mavericks?
No,
Okay, when I'm telling you, you don't. I mean, I have pretty big bias when it comes to my own team. What
we
happens?
all know you do. You're not surprising anybody with that
What,
statement. I
what,
promise.
what happens against another team doesn't affect me, bother me, or anything. It's when it happens against my own team is where the ire comes from.
Okay.
And for people that don't know what ire means, you have to look that up.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go talk about something else that happened to one of your teams not that long ago.
Well, you have to be more specific.
Okay, I forgot. It's been a rough year. And I was sailing above the rough year until this past weekend, and now it's all kind of hit back at home.
Well, two. I mean, you've had two bad weekends in a row, in my opinion. Yeah, I thought that.
No.
Well, no, wait a minute. I thought the crappy Vanderbilts were crappy Vanderbilts, but I mean, but the vaunted Texas Longhorns, they won, but they only beat them by 3. I mean, y'all were going to beat them by 40, right? Where
Look,
were Alabama got embarrassed by them. Y'all were going to beat them by 40 points. What was the spread going into that game, sir? How many touchdowns was Texas favored by uh, against the vaunted Commodores?
Well, I don't know. I mean, obviously they're a decent
Exactly.
team
I
here.
wouldn't ask the question if I didn't know.
Okay, well, what was
Y'all
the line going in then?
well, look it up if you can find it.
I can't find the line on what it was. No.
It was y'all were a 2.5 touchdown favorite.
Okay.
You won it by 3 with them still trying to score on you.
Hey, did we win the game?
Yes, you did win the game. We did.
Texas won the game. I
Oh,
didn't win. Texas won
yeah,
the game.
yeah, yes. But you want to ask a question like that? I ask you, does style points count in the in the overall scheme of how you play in college football rankings? How you win and how you lose, does it not matter?
Well, I mean, we
The
won and
question
y'all
is yes.
lost, so that's about
The answer to the question is yes.
that.
You
That's as black and
you
white
can
as it can
you
get.
can win ugly and go down in the poll.
Yeah,
That's 4.
but you know what makes you go down worse than winning ugly?
Losing, losing, yes,
Yeah,
losing. I got that part. We're talking about you net right
I
now. Now
know you do.
we'll
I
get
know
to
you
me.
got that part.
We'll get to me in a minute.
Okay. No, the Vanderbilt game doesn't bother me that much. The Georgia game bothered me.
I was
The
I was
Vanderbilt.
both games. It made me feel a little bit better about my Alabamas and a little less good about the Texas.
Yeah, I know. I know, but maybe that's what they needed.
Well, we'll find out if that's what they needed. Uh, let me tell you what. Let me tell you what I know.
Okay, what do you know?
That your perennial national or Final Four is coming down to an Ohio State. Well, they've already played Ohio State and Oregon. Already played Oregon, beat them. But I think that's going to come down to their championship, right? Can they still beat the championship since Oregon beat them already, or will it be? I don't remember if they like we remember.
Yeah, I don't remember if they're set up to where they're in divisions or not.
I don't remember neither because I'm not a fan. Once again, it goes back to me not being a fan of that. I'm a fan of the Alabama, so I know about my division. I don't know about their division. So if they have to play again, that's where you're number one in Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State, all them are in the mix of things. Was that what so Alabama? We kind of squeaked out against South Carolina, played bad against South Carolina, but then we made up for it this week. We looked pretty good this week, so and
Yeah,
then
y'all finally had a decent game. It
yeah,
was
we finally had a decent game. Better second half than we had first half, but it was all right. But what happened last night that helped? I think helped the whole thing was them Giga Maggies.
you think that helped everything?
I I think it set it up for some more entertaining stuff to happen because I really wanted LSU to come off that loss because I don't know if you know who we play next, but we play them.
Okay. Well, so what you didn't want them motivated to play you or what?
Well, I wanted them to be whooped down a little bit, and I think A&M did that. So I hope we can finish them off for A&M.
I hope they just stirred them up, and then now
Oh, I
you're
know
thinking,
that's what
what
you.
is that?
There's no doubt in my mind. I know that's what you hope. But for for lack of for lack of better excuse, I hope it just they put them on their heels and we just finish them off.
Okay.
So what else do we need to talk about the college stuff? We need to give our updates on who we think's leading in the Heisman in our opinions.
I think we're still probably at the same location.
Boise,
I'm still thinking the running back from Boise, and you're still thinking Travis Hunter. So,
that's exactly right. Did
see?
you did you see the day the boy had yesterday?
Now what?
Look at it. Yeah, well, we're not a big research deal on this
We're
particular.
not a big anything deal on here, y'all.
But we got good effort. We got good intentions. Uh, Pretty sure that he had 140 yards on the offensive side of the ball and played good defense and had lots of good stats. And his team became bowl eligible for the first time in several years. They're 6-2, so I think as long as they can keep Colorado relevant and not in the crapper, so to speak, that's not a good sign for a podcast when you start yawning like that. Uh, Either I'm boring you or you're just really tired. So regardless,
Hey, did I mention that I went 15 hours in a 12 passenger van on this vacation on the way back? I don't know
you
if I did or
did
not.
that, but I knew that personally. But
Yeah.
so you still got van lag.
Yeah, I got van lag pretty bad because
Pretty
when we rented the car, the only people that could drive was me and my spouse. So me and my wife, which bless her heart, she drove for probably 2 hours on
and
the
the
way back.
and the rest of the trip you got.
Yeah, yeah. She drove for probably an hour, hour and a half on the way down there, and then 2 hours on the way back. But man, with 12 people in a van, there's a lot of bathroom breaks. There's a bunch of stopping for gas. But it is still better than doing two vehicles because this way we had everybody together and it was, half the gas.
Well, I understand all that, but we gotta finish this podcast, and you can go take a nap.
Okay. All right. Good deal.
So Travis Hunter, my leader, Janty, you still your leader from Boise.
Yeah.
Um, Anything else we need to cover on college football?
I don't think so. I think we got a couple more big weeks and then we get to experience our first 12 team playoff and get into all the ins and outs of how that gets selected. So
Sure.
that'll be a fun journey.
Just hope to God that my team can squeak it out and make the dang playoffs. So I don't have to hear the end of that. Uh, um, Let me think. All right. Well, then that all that leaves is
Another depressing topic is what that leaves. Well, I mean, hey, you got any comment on the World Series?
I do actually have. I watched about 5 minutes of that uh, earlier today or earlier, and and I have decided that when the Rangers are in it, baseball sucks.
Oh yeah.
Because I really just don't care. I mean, I don't care for the Dodgers. I don't care for the Yankees. I don't like anything about either team. I don't care if anybody wins. I don't care if anybody loses. I don't like baseball when it don't have my team in it. And if that
Oh
makes me a bad baseball fan, then apparently I'm just a bad baseball fan.
yeah. I mean, you're not a fan of the sport. You're a fan of your team.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Let me think. Do you? I wanted to circle back around to the Mavericks for a minute. I talked about the bad on the Mavericks a little bit, but I did not mention the first game we played and the fact that adding uh, Clay Thompson, what that looked like that could transpire into, as far as when we lost against the Celtics in the finals, we looked like we were short because Hardaway couldn't be the third guy. But it looks like Clay Thompson will be as long as we can stay healthy. It looks like that the Mavericks moves looks like that they made the looks like to me that they possibly could have made the right moves. The proof will be in the pudding, but I mean, very early look ahead. I think the Mavericks could make some waves again in the West.
Yeah. I'm more worried about what Thompson can do on the defensive side of the ball.
And he looked good. He looked good for. I mean, he played a pretty good defense, so we'll see.
Yeah, no, I mean that's one of the big things I think he's going to bring an upgrade to is his perimeter defense. It'll make a big difference for us.
Yes.
But anyway, we'll see going farther in there. Have the Stars lost a game yet?
Yeah, they were. I last time I saw they were 5-2, but I haven't checked the record in a couple of days. They're playing pretty good hockey, but um, There's a lot of things to watch, and I hadn't got back on. I know what I was going to mention.
Okay, what?
This is more television related and Stars and Mavericks related. But did you know that my dream come true?
Which one?
Bally's, the team that used to carry the Rangers, the Mavericks, and the Stars, apparently is going bankrupt.
Right?
The Stars already got their place. They're on Victory. They're on Victory Plus TV. I don't know if you know what that is, but you can watch all the games on Victory Plus.
Well, didn't the Mavericks or the Rangers get on the same thing?
What? Well, I don't know if the Mavericks are, but I don't think the Mavericks are, but the Rangers may. Right now, all that's on there is just hockey. But I'm hoping the Rangers are on there too. But what, according to what I read on the internet, the interweb said that that the Mavericks are going to have some kind of Mavericks TV here before long, and you can watch all the games live on Mavericks TV.
I wonder what that subscription's going to cost
Well, they said in the interweb research I did, it said originally it was going to be free.
until they see if it's going to work or not. Or
I don't know. I don't know the end what the end result of that's going to be, but some of the research I've done. That's what I read into it, and that's a big deal to be able to. Because I'm a big proponent of watching the damn game, but if you can't watch the damn game, it's hard to know what actually happened in the game. What are you looking at?
I was seeing the Stars are 7-2, and they play. Uh,
7-2. They've
the
won two. I looked at it.
Yep, November 1st, they play in the NHL Global Series in Finland.
Yeah, they got to go all the way to Finland to play hockey.
Yep,
Yeah.
but that's okay, man. That's okay. Go out
Well,
there, get the W, and come back.
okay. So we've covered bull riding, college football, basketball, and hockey. Only thing left are these miserable Cowboys.
Hey, the Cowboys, with 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, scored a touchdown to bring themselves within 10.
That's like saying you're the nicest guy in prison.
Maybe.
It just don't mean a whole lot. Okay,
Feels
here's what
more like you're the most eligible bachelor at the family reunion.
yeah, the most eligible bachelor to family reunion. In my case,
You get that. That's an Alabama thing.
well, I was going to say it's an Arkansas thing. I had a
Oh,
lot of Arkansas that might apply to.
okay.
But what else I was going to say was, remember how I wanted to not sign Dak?
Yeah. Yeah. I vaguely remember something
Yeah,
like that being
you
said.
you remember how I didn't want to do that,
Uh huh.
and now a lot of people on the internet I saw tonight they're wishing that we hadn't re-signed Dak. I just think that's funny, but a majority of them anyway. But there are a few outliers like you that think that was the greatest thing since sliced bread. But
I think they did it too late and they could have saved themselves money signing it.
uh, I'm more
Either way.
I'm worried that they did it at all. Because here's the thing: what this team actually needs, they can't do now, especially with that contract and several others. Nobody wants to see your legs. Um, is they need to blow up and start over, blow it all up and start over because now they just look pedestrian at best. And I thought our new defensive coordinator was going to come in here and show us something, and I think we're instead of progressing, I think we're regressing. So we got a lame duck head coach, a quarterback that can't throw the ball worth a damn, a running back room that is non-existent, a defensive coordinator that ain't worth a damn at calling defense, and a bunch of outline players that are real good at their position. But if you can't get them the ball, why does that matter?
And
So
this is the same similar team that had a shot last year.
I don't know if it is. I don't. I mean, keep saying that, but I mean, when a butterfly flaps in Brazil, things change in Alaska. So just what happened last year doesn't have nothing to do with this year.
Okay.
I just gave you the butterfly effect. If you didn't know what that was, and the butterfly effect is when a butterfly flaps its wings in Brazil and things change in Alaska, everything changes everything. So therefore, what happened last year is meaningless to what's happening this year. And this year, and looking like to me the near future, the Cowboys stink at football. And you know what they're in the business of? Winning and playing football.
They're in the business of playing football. They don't have to be in the business of winning football.
Well, that's for people that got plenty of money that don't care if they win or lose. I don't have plenty of money, and one of the things I hang my hat on is whether my teams win or lose.
I know, but you've already jumped off the bandwagon, back
I
on the
come back on
bandwagon, and now
when
you're.
they re-sign the dip crap. Yeah, that's not what I wanted to call it, but I'm trying to keep it clean for you,
That's
Pete.
good. I appreciate it. Fan of
Yeah,
the show.
dip crap. When we re-sign the dip crap back, there ain't a whole lot that we can do.
Oh, I mean, our front office is the reason we can't. But
But
I mean, you're hurt on your
Jones
defense.
all you want to. Yeah, all you people could poo poo. Jerry Jones is the Jerry Jones dad. He owns the team. He ain't going nowhere. The only things you can fix are the things you can fix. And you ain't fix the general manager because that's Jerry Jones. Not fix the owner because that's Jerry Jones. The only way you're gonna fix that is if he dies. And then you're gonna get his son, and is that gonna be better? Who knows?
I think it'll be different. We'll see. I mean, I think
So now it sounds like you're rooting for Jerry Jones to die.
no, you're the one that put that out
Well,
there.
because that's the only way it will change is if he dies.
Yes, the structure will change a little bit, and now you may see Steven back off and let some of the personnel guys make more of the personnel decisions.
Actually gets a run of it, he might actually hire a general manager. I don't know that he
Possible.
will, but I'm hoping he will.
Well,
So,
we'll have to see. But either way, they're not having a great year, but they're going to have the same record as the 49ers after tonight.
no, they're not.
Well, the 49ers will be 500, but
No, they're not.
we'll be one game and under 500.
49ers will be 5-3. They were 4-3 going into the game.
They were 3-4.
4-3.
No, sir.
Are you sure?
Positive.
You got it pulled up right there?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I thought I saw 4-3. We
Well,
were.
you did. It was dyslexia kicking in, and they were backwards. Okay?
I reversed it.
Yeah.
We're
But
3-3, right?
we're 3-3. They're 3-4.
Yeah, but they're 3-4 and still and won't be but one game back in their division. If we when we go to 3-4, we'll be like 4 games back in our division.
Well, but we still have games to make that up.
Well, not if they keep playing like this.
I mean, the Cowboys are undefeated in their division.
Who have they played? The Giants?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you say some really silly things.
Hey, it was true.
Oh, right. And the truth will set you free, apparently. Um, did your team played what how'd your team do tonight? You got a team in a local championship, didn't you?
Well, it's not my team. It's my kids' team. But yes, my kids uh were on the team that won the 12U soccer games here locally. So they had their tournament, end of year tournament. They did good. It was a fun year. And now it's over, thank goodness.
Yeah, I've got but yeah, um so I was trying to think, is there any more sports that we need to cover that we haven't talked about? And I did think of one. I saw the other day where it won't be long before they'll start playing college basketball.
Yep.
So we got college basketball either has already started or about to start. So of course I'm looking forward to that because Alabama's coming off a big Final Four run from last year. So
Yeah, no. I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming up that's going to be exciting, and it looks like we're going to need that as
because the Cowboys are irrelevant.
and the Cowboys aren't making a playoff push.
No.
But I mean, just think about it like this: if they don't win any more games, we can have a good draft pick for the new coach.
Well, I have a question about that. Do we still have our draft pick for this next year? It's been so long since we had a number one pick in any round, or any first round pick. And I don't remember if we even still have our
What are you
pick.
talking about? It's been so long.
I can't remember. It seems like it's been an eternity since we picked in the first round. It might have been just 2 years ago, but it seems like forever.
Didn't we take Guyton in the first round last year?
If we did, it sure landed Dev on me. Maybe we did. I didn't think we. I mean, if we had a first round pick, it was sure a wet blanket.
Okay, so in 2023, we took Mozzie Smith.
Yeah, wet blanket.
Yeah. So I mean, then in
Oh,
2024, we didn't do one have a first round.
never. So the last 2 years we've had Mozzie Smith and nothing. So if that
Yeah, we
tells you,
did. Hold on. We traded into the first round, and at 29, we took Tyler Guyton.
okay. So Mozzie Smith and Tyler Guyton, they
Yeah.
neither one of them blow. I mean, they're both serviceable, but they don't blow my skirt out. We need a player. We need a player at a pick that's going to blow my skirt out.
Okay.
Or in my case, my kilt,
Kilt. We'll blow your kilt up.
blow my kilt up. So
Okay.
some people might call it a skirt.
Yeah. Well. We just need pictures. That's all I know. We just need video evidence of.
I talk about the Rangers all of a sudden. Thought we had plenty of pitching. Uh,
Uh,
all right. Well, you got anything else?
no, that's it for me, man. I am.
You getting lower? If you get any lower in that chair, you're gonna be in the bed.
I know. I'm halfway asleep right now.
You are already. You already look like you're halfway to bed right now. Because you started off, your head was way up there by the curtain. Now it's way down there by the bottom. See, you almost lowered the bottom of the chair.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's all right. It's all right, man.
I
We're
know
all
you
here
can
for
lag. I got it.
you wait and see what kind of energy I bring next week.
I can't. I'm waiting. I'll be waiting with bated breath.
Yeah, you just hold on. We're gonna
Well,
blow it out of the water next week.
close us up. Sign us off.
All right, guys. This is a tired bald guy with my buddy the fat boy, and we will see y'all next week.
Roll Tide.